Hello everyone! Today we're taking a look at the demo for La-Mulana 2, the zeroth body, the ninth spirit is the subtitle. La-Mulana 2, of course, not anywhere close to coming out yet. It just recently had a successful Kickstarter. It just closed a couple days ago, I believe, and this was the demo that was released during that Kickstarter, showing a very early version of the game, just one area in what will be the final game. But let's take a look at it, because La-Mulana was really good. Let's check out what La-Mulana 2 is going to be all about. So very similar so far to the first La-Mulana. Controls actually exactly the same. Seems to use the same game engine as the first, so if you played the first one, you should have a very good idea of what this is all about. Mentions Ragnarok, a lot of Norse references in La-Mulana 2, it seems. And the character we're playing is not the character from the first game, Lamesa, but rather his daughter, Lumisa. At least I think that's how we pronounce it. These enemies, the bats, the sacred orb, these are all things that were in the first game as well. So, La-Mulana 2, taking a lot of cues from the first one. Well, maybe we'll drop down that deep hole later on, but first I think we want to go up. Don't know if this is intended to be the first area of the game, or if we're starting somewhere in the middle. Mention of the Holy Grail, which of course was one of the very important items in the first game. I like how the skeletons in La-Mulana are they just take dying in stride. You know, the first game was a lot like that too. It's not really any big deal. I mean, they found the ruins. That's more than a lot of people could ask for. Alright, we got the map. No name for the room, like in the first game, but maybe that'll be added later on. But we can get an idea of what this area looks like while Lumisa takes a little nap. But no time for napping! We have to go! It's dangerous in these ruins. Which, according to the Kickstarter, it's called La-Mulana. It's apparently the ruins on the other side of La-Mulana. Hold on, I can just take care of Pikachu right there. Oh, that trapdoor almost got us. Like the first game, a lot of trapdoors. And another trap we might notice, if you're familiar with the first game, is at the top of the screen there's an eye. Generally, if there's an eye on the screen, that means there's something sacred somewhere around here that if we whip, we'll get hurt by. It was those statues. And the lightning hurts a lot, so let's not whip those statues again. There's always going to be some other way of getting rid of those items. In this case, those goddess statues. Though that way may not be apparent for right now. Clues, of course, very obscure. Not really any meaning to them right now. We found a door on one side of the map. No map on this side in the bloody corridor. But I guess we don't need one because there's really only one way it's taking us. Okay, it took us to the other side of the map, so that could be a handy shortcut. Stupid boulder thingy. I was talking about this stupid boulder thingy. I'd whip it, but there's an eye over on the left, and we might assume that we're gonna get shocked again if I whip that, so let's not do that. The skeleton wondered if we needed something for this round thingy up here. Well, we don't have anything that works with the round thingy yet. Like I said, a lot of Norse references in this one. The controls in La-Mulana La-Mulana 2, the same as in La-Mulana. If you remember how that game controlled, it's very deliberate. You need to take your time, you know? I notice a lot of people, when they see La-Mulana, they tend to compare it to Spelunky. But the games really do not play at all alike, even though they might look a little bit similar. This clue's telling us about the pupil's deadly gaze. We already found out about that. There's another one in this room, and you can see the sort of decorated block right here. We can assume that if we whip that, we're gonna get shot. But we found another way to get rid of it, and when we did, the eye closed. So maybe we can assume there's another way to get rid of that little boulder and those goddess statues without getting shot. Maybe we should wait for those bats to get out of the way. It's a long jump, but it looks like we might be able to make that. Yep, there we go. The white block. In the first game, the white blocks were used to be pushed onto these white platforms. Same thing here. So yeah, La-Mulana 2 does not seem to do too much different than the first game. It seems to be more like a continuation of the first game, really. The first game, of course, having an interesting development history. Released in 2006 around, for the PC as a freeware game. Meant to look like an MSX game. Alright, we got an item. But we can't get up to that higher platform. There's no way to get around that. Let's head back down. Then, the developers... Oh, hold on. That round thing the skeleton mentioned is glowing. Our origin seal apparently did something. It's a good thing we went back down then, I guess. The root of Skuld. Perhaps that's where we are right now. And perhaps that's her right there. Well... There's no eyeball around here, so... Alright, that did something. Destroyed this thing down here, but no real indication on what that might do. So yeah, the original game was originally a freeware game, then had a tremendous graphic overhaul. Originally supposed to be released for WiiWare. It eventually was, but not until many delays and problems in actually getting that game onto the system. This looks like it is a gate to another level, but we can't do that yet. That's not in the demo. It's only this one level. And the remade game ended up being released on other platforms, such as the PC, before it ever got onto WiiWare, though it eventually did. It eventually made it. Get Pikachu out of the way. We have no time for him in this Thunder Shock. Okay, yes, now we're getting the clue that the white box and the white platform should be together. It's what they want. La-Mulana, of course, known for its very difficult puzzles. And this demo did take me a little while to get through, but I would not say it's, so far, anywhere near as difficult as the first game. That might be deliberate. Oh. Okay, so I guess that was the statue of Skuld that we destroyed before, that has now vanished. So we found a way to destroy these goddess statues. We must find the counterparts for the other two somewhere around. So yeah, original La-Mulana, very difficult in terms of its puzzles. And while this demo did take me a little while to get through, I did not find it to be as difficult as the first game. Though, of course, that could be because we're only playing one level in this. Not like the original game in which you had a whole lot of levels and you didn't know what to do or where to go. what you had to do next. So this is a bit more focused because it's just the one level instead of many. So maybe that's why I found it to be easier. Anyway, next statue is up, and we can guess what happened down there. Route of Verdande, but there's a little pathway right there. We can't get to it. Well, something that could take us by surprise is that would just drop us a few screens down right onto spikes. It's not a nice surprise, but we need to use it like that. You see, you can control the direction that you're falling from a jump, but not from a drop. There's a difference. So if we just dropped through that door unawares, we would not be able to control how we fell. And yeah, that one did get me the first time round. That was a depressing death right there, after figuring out how to drop down here and then getting crushed. Let's continue on. Alright, so that dropped a wall from the room above, and now, yep, we can see that the platform has cleared that hallway. Once again, whoop, gotta get Pikachu out of the way, and it is adorable how startled he is when he sees us. Fortunately, this demo, there has not been a problem with the number of weights that we're given, because we need these weights in order to depress the switches. But this gate is sealed. We cannot go through it, because of course it is a demo. But I assume that in the full game we would want to come here to get to another level. Can't do that right now. Alright. In any case, we know that we've gotten 2 of these goddess statues. There's going to be a third one somewhere around. Let's see if we can find that. Yep. Don't forget to help them out on Kickstarter. It is a little late. If you really wanted to help them out, you could give them $500 to create their own dead skeleton. I mean, hey, even though the Kickstarter's over, they probably would not say no to $500. To put your name on a skeleton. That seems like a pretty good deal for them. Yeah, they'll probably just take your $500 regardless of the Kickstarter. I mean, it's a good game, but maybe not pay $500 to get my name in it good. But I am very excited to play it. I do really want to play it. Okay, talking about the Root of Erd, where the Black Dragon Nidhogg is. We follow this path to his lair. This one, yeah, this will take us up to the center top room. We haven't been here yet. And they did literally mean Black Dragon. Yes, there is a Black Dragon here. It's quite overwhelming. We only have our little whip and these little piddly little shuriken. I don't know how we're supposed to defeat a mythological dragon. And actually, I don't know if there is actually a way to do it in this demo. I have not found a way. Let's just drop down here. Let's just scare Pikachu. There you go. We can heal up in the waterfall right here. In the first game, there was a hot spring that you could use for that. In this game, the base of that waterfall does the job. Whoop. And let's quick save. Oh. You know, I completely missed that. Just seemed like a given that I would get that when it shows up. It's a very, very important item. But no, okay, that's the Holy Grail, and with that we can save at that tombstone jukebox-looking thing. That's a good thing I didn't die. I didn't even realize I didn't pick that up. Alright, we've been here before. This is where the decorated block was there that hid that shuriken. I don't think we've gone to the left yet from here. Oh no, we have. This is how we get to that room normally, but we have not tried going down to the bottom level. Going further down from here. I don't think we have yet. Alright, that seemed to solve that puzzle. That eye is closed. But it looks like that there's... What is this over here? Oh god, there are bats in the rocks. The bats are quite pleased that they've been released. I imagine they will kill us all the same. The music, of course, in the first La-Mulana was excellent, and this sounds like it is in the same tone. Just like the whole look and sound of La-Mulana is very appealing to me. That relief has a seriously scary face. Probably means this relief. Which is humorous, because if you look at the Kickstarter, it seems that this is the face of one of the developers. Alright, so this is where we started. We can go to the left now from here, if we want. I don't know if that really helps us, but... I'll just wait for Pikachu to get a little closer. Not advanced, but it looked like the treasure chest we opened was to the left over there. Let's see if we can get up on there. Whoop. Well, that was quite close. Pressure plates on that platform, preventing us from moving over. Alright, so... if that's the case, then what do we do? This one actually, I think, took me the longest to figure out of anything in this demo. Of course, we throw throwing stars at the rock. That's what we do. Because we can advance, but that doesn't mean that our throwing stars can't. At least I guess that's the meaning of the riddle. Alright, the Ankh Jewel, which if you remember in the first game, was how we would unlock the boss of a level. We have not seen a boss room yet, though. Of course, we're still looking for that third goddess statue. I don't think we've been down here yet. So let's keep going down until we find it. Yeah, where is it? That's what we're looking for! Apparently this guy died, never finding it. That seems unfortunate, but maybe we can succeed where he failed. References to things that will not happen in this demo. Over on the left, we can see an eyeball and a decorated block above it. That ladder looks like it's going to lead down to another level, because that's what that looked like in the first game. And since this is the demo, I think we can assume that there's actually no way for us to get in there. The gold boulder holds the power of the stars. I assume this is some kind of riddle that will be in the main game, because I don't see anything that we can do with it in the demo, other than we can knock it down and die. Unless... we can do that and not die. But still, knocking down that boulder does not seem to actually do anything in this demo. Alright, here's that deep pit that we saw at the beginning. Let's try jumping down it, I guess. Nowhere else for us to go. Oh. We almost avoided falling all the way down. Nope, still cannot leave this level. Right, here's the broken boulder. Nothing we can do with it, not even any collision between the boulder and Lamisa. So I'm assuming that we're not actually intended to break it in this demo, so sorry, I guess we did it anyway. Ah, here we go. And with the third block destroyed, suppose we should head back to that goddess room and see what might have changed. Wielding red brilliance. We don't have anything like that right now. I guess the easiest way to get back. Yep, like that. Alright, the room with the goddesses, yeah, was over to the rightmost over here. Yep, there we go. Ah. Alright, let's see what they were hiding. You might recognize the music. This is a boss room, and since we got the Ankh, it's now been activated. And that's it for the demo. Yeah, we don't get to see what the boss is. It turns out that the Black Dragon was not the boss of the level. I assume there'll probably be a way to defeat the Black Dragon some point, but that was not the boss. Whatever the boss is, we don't get to see it. It tells us, well, it thanks us for playing the TGS version of the La-Mulana 2 demo, and asks you to back the Kickstarter, which you could have done if the Kickstarter was still going. It's not anymore. You should probably see how that Kickstarter did. Okay, here is the La-Mulana 2 Kickstarter. Like it says, it was successfully funded 2 days ago. And they did reach the goal, 200,000. They exceeded it. Let's see what kind of stretch goals they might have reached. We have a little story here. Okay, here we go. Stretch goals. They succeeded in unlocking the Curry Party, Curry Hell, Father's Diary, Monster Guy. Well, Monster Guy doesn't show up as unlocked, but the amount of money earned does show that they reached that stretch goal. Doesn't show it as unlocked, though. So what does all that mean? A lot of stretch goals that they did not reach. So hopefully, maybe if the game does well, we might see them at some point, in some way. The Curry Party was the team having a curry party live on Twitch. Curry Hell was the director eating curry 3 times a day for 3 days. I'm not sure how this is really a stretch goal. They reached it, so I assume he's done it. Father's Diary, the Diary of La Mesa, I guess, being able to be found in the new game? Or actually, it is a mode. It is a new mode that reveals far more of the story. Monster Guide, it's a bestiary. Evil Stages, they were threatening to put in a level that was even more difficult than Hell Temple. Unfortunately, they did not reach that stretch goal because I would like to see what they could have done with that. Whoops. Character stories, Mac and Linux versions, wider localization, home console versions, handheld versions, home console versions 2 guidebook, including the original version of La-Mulana, which I guess is just the original game updated to work on modern PCs, and La-Mulana 2 mod tools. Well, I mean, if the game does well, hopefully... Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I meant, that developer, his face being in the game. Hopefully, if it does well, we'll see some of those stretch goals, like ports to consoles and handhelds. I mean, obviously, if they feel that it might sell, there would be no reason not to do that. And also, hopefully, they might eventually put in that evil level, because I would really like to see what is the hardest thing that they could possibly come up with. The demo, I liked it. I mean, it was fun. It was La-Mulana. It was more La-Mulana. Like I said, not quite as difficult as the original game, but I assume that they did not want the demo to leave you with a negative impression. They probably did not want the demo to make people angry, I assume. And then, of course, like I said, there was also the case that it was only the one level instead of an entire game world. Well, in any case, that's it for the La-Mulana 2 demo. I liked it, and I'm looking forward to the game actually coming out, whenever that might be.